of them I've had the chance to meet because of the Pran Pratishtha of Ram Lala. Now he's just come after that fantastic darshan, the Divya darshan. Nitish ji, such a pleasure to speak with you. बहुत देर आए पर बहुत दुरुस्त आए. Thank you so much.
देर आए पर दुरुस्त आए.
हाँ, देर इसलिए because for such a long time I've been wanting to have a sit down and have a chat with you, and it somehow has never happened. And here देखिए सब कुछ होई सोई जो राम
रची रखा. At the most rightest of the place.
Yeah.
Righteous place.
Righteous place. How was the darshan? Let's start from
Absolutely divine. Absolutely divine. I deliberately, you see, there were so many different forms of the murtis which were doing the rounds on social media. WhatsApp University was showing one. Instagram University was showing something else. Some archaeologist and historian wanted to show me something in Pune. I said, no, I don't want to see anything. I straight away want to go for Prana Pratishtha and see the real one. And it was such a joyful moment to see. You know, he's called Ram Lala. So I thought, Lala as in a baby. You know, Thumaka Chalata Ramachandra Bajata Panjaniya. And then, when I saw it while, of course, we were all sitting outside. And after that, when I went inside, it's something different. He's an adult, but the kind of innocence that he has, the kind of smile that he had. He's an epitome of Maryada. And the four principles that he led his life by, in my view, because I did my own research when I performed Ram.
Yeah.
Okay. I went to my guru in Chitrapur Saraswat Math and said, please teach me Yoga Vasishta. Because Yoga Vasishta is a precursor of Gita.
Yeah.
And that philosophy was given to him by Rishi Vasisht when he was Sambhramit. You see what happens is when you have too much of knowledge given to you by your guru, you don't know what to take, what not to take.
Yeah.
Right? So he was in that kind of a situation found by Rishi Vishwamitra. So he told Vasishta Muni that, you need to give him a crash course again. Okay? And that's the knowledge of Yoga Vasishta, which is precursor of Gita. And in that, the word given for Prabhu Ramchandra is Jivan Mukta. That Jivan Mukta smile, that Jivan Mukta face I saw, that divinity in that idol this morning, this afternoon, and I was in tears. I was in tears because, he ran his life. There is an Upanishad called Taittiriya Upanishad,
yes.
right? In Taittiriya Upanishad has various parts. One of them is called Shikshavalli. Shikshavalli has various sutras.
Yes.
Okay. So the four main sutras of Shikshavalli that he adopted for his life were Satyam Vada, Dharmanchara, Swadhyayan Ma Pramada, and Prajatantum Ma Vyavachetsi. So Satyam Vada, I will speak the truth. This is what it is, and Tattvamasi.
Yeah.
Per se. Okay. Dharmanchara, धर्म के अनुसार आचरण करूंगा. धर्म कौन सा? See, पुत्र का धर्म है रघुकुल रीत सदा चली आई. All these structures that you are seeing, रघुकुल रीत सदा चली आई, प्राण जाई पर वचन न जाई. Okay, so that he told his father. His father said, Ram, don't go to Vanvas, you can disobey me. But he said, no. मेरा धर्माचरण एक पुत्र के रूप में और इक्ष्वाकु वंशज होने के रूप में कहता है, आई हैव टू प्राण जाई पर वचन न जाई, भले वो वचन आपका हो. सो दैट इज धर्म. धर्म, योर धर्म ऑफ अ सन, धर्म एज अ किंग, धर्म एज अ प्रिंस, ऑल दोज आचार धर्म, व्यवहार धर्म. सो दैट इज धर्मंचर. स्वाध्यायान मा प्रमद. ऑलवेज डू स्वाध्याय. Don't be lazy in doing Swadhyay, because Swadhyay is self-criticism, self-analysis.
Introspection.
Introspection. Introspection, but how? Normally हम क्या करते हैं, लोगों को निंदा, criticism देते रहते हैं. Criticism is to be taken.
Yeah.
And प्रशंसा is to be given. Okay?
क्या बात?
और वो मुंह पे नहीं देनी होती है प्रशंसा. So वो पीठ के पीछे देनी होती है, और क्रिटिसिज्म मुंह पे देना होता है. सो ये स्वाध्याय, So that is why in ancient times the princes were sent to gurus, the kings would have Raj gurus sitting in the court, so that the Raj guru will say you're on the right track or the wrong path. Right? That criticism the king has to accept. So you have to have the mindset. So he cultivated that mindset to be the future king. And the fourth one is Praja Tantum Ma Vyavachhetsi. Praja ke liye व्यवस्थित एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन करके एक आदर्श उदाहरण प्रस्थापित करूंगा विच इन भगवत गीता बिकम्स यत यत आचरति श्रेष्ठा तत्तदेवेतरो जनः सयत् प्रमाणम कुरुते लोकस्तदानुवर्तते. So I have to be an example which the common man can follow. That is why when one dhobi also says something, the lover boy husband Ram, who was deeply in love with, fully in love with his wife Sita, had to keep his love aside, and the Raja Ram had to abandon her. And after abandoning her, he did not enjoy the Chappan Bhog in the mahal. He went and made a kutia on Saryu Nadi, Katir, and on the bank of Saryu, and he lived exactly the way she must have lived. In the ashram. Okay? He ate the same food, but as an Adarsh Raja, I will go back to my, I will go back to my my mahal, my darbar, and do the administration. So these are the 4 principles of Shiksha Valli that he adopted and put Maryada on himself. That is why he is Maryada Purushottam.
Correct. But Nitish ji, I want to ask you this, and I've been waiting to ask you this. You essayed the role of Krishna. And then you've essayed the role of Ram twice in different interpretations. Both are supposed to be pillars of Dharma or upholders of Dharma.
Of Sanatan Dharma.
But both had very opposite positions. Different yugas, avatars of Vishnu, but their methods were very different. So how is it that both of them upheld Dharma?
Come again? How?
How is it that both of them upheld Dharma? Ram, you said just now that he was very principled, Maryada Purushottam.
Yes.
Krishna was Leeladhar. But how were they both upholding Dharma?
Dharma is the same.
Okay.
Apad Dharma. Sanatan Dharma. The value system of Sanatan Dharma. What is Sanatan? Sana atanoti sa sanatanaha. Sana is eternal. Atanoti is what you can attain, what you aspire to attain. What is it that you aspire to attain? The eternal value system of Achar Dharma, Vyavahar Dharma, Prakriti Dharma, Daya Dharma, all these values of Daya, Kshama, Shanti, Smriti, Medha, Dhriti, Kshama, all these values, Kartavya Bodh, your sense of duty, okay? Again, as I say, sense of duty as a brother, as a son, as a Raja, as a whoever, or you as an anchor, you have a Maryada on yourself. I as a public speaker, I have a Maryada on myself. There is a Dharma of being on media. You see?
Correct.
So, all those Sanatan values are to be always attained. But you rightly said, there are 2 different personalities. Because the yugas were different. The villains were different. One villain, he became a villain, Ravan, Uchcha Koti ka Brahman. Vidwan. Parakrami. Okay? Jata Kataha Sambramam. The Shiv Tandav Stotra ka Rachayita.
Yeah.
Okay? He abducted Sita. But Ravan ne Cheer Haran nahi kiya.
Correct.
Yuga changed. To Dwapar Yug, it was not Ravan. It was Shakuni playing by Chal Kapat Maya. It was Duryodhan who asked Dushasan to bring her, Draupadi, the Putravadhu, Kulavadhu, Pattarani. He was not even a king. She was a queen of Indraprastha, dragged by her hair, tried to disrobe, showed his khuli jangha, obscene, bibhats. That kind of a villain. Now when these things happen, Dharma is not changed. Dharma ka skhalan hua hai. Dharma यदा यदा ही धर्मस्य ग्लानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानम अधर्मस्य. अभ्युत्थान हुआ है अधर्म का. अधर्म हैज रिजन सो हाई, सो आई विल कम. The eternal values of dharma have not changed.
Correct.
So he is saying, I will come back to re-establish the same values of Sanatan Dharma, which are eternal.
Which are eternal.
Okay? So Ram followed his strategies within Maryada. And because there was Jayadrath, there was Duryodhan, there was Shakuni, the strategies had to change. So Kurukshetra and Mahabharat is nothing but management of strategies in life according to changing scenarios.
Changing scenarios.
So scenarios changed, adharma is different, Krishna is different.
Krishna is different.
It's the same avatar of Vishnu.
Vishnu. Very well said there, Nitishji. Now let's bring it to the current day context. Today, Mohanji Bhagwat said Bharat has found its swa. Has found its swa with the Pran Pratishtha and Ram Lala
Yes.
Virajman.
Yes.
What does this mean? And when the Prime Minister says we have to now make this, that page, that moment in Kala, that when Ram decided to cross over across to the sea, that changed the way of time, you know, the entire thing. So this is that pivotal moment of time for us. What did he mean by that? What do the two gentlemen, two of them mean by that?
What the Honorable Prime Minister probably meant, from what I understood, is, see, any of these values of Sanatan or any philosophy, if not practiced, it remains in the book on your coffee table. Yeah. So what probably he meant, and that has always been the focus of my life, is application of value system, application of philosophy. So apply those values which were established by Lord Rama. It's by habit we call him Rama, Arjuna. No, it's Ram.
Ram and Arjun. Yeah.
Ram and Arjun and Krishna. Okay, he's not Krishna. Krishna is Draupadi's name. So,
Yes.
what did he stand for? The 4 principles which I told you, plus Samajik Samrasta.
Correct.
Social harmony. See, he's treated a kevat with lot of respect.
Yeah.
He uplifted Shabri. You know, he forgot that Shabri ne jhoothe bear khilaye hain. So what? Shabri is a Vanavasi. But he looked at her bhav. Bhavo hi vidyate devo.
Devo.
Hai na? So God always goes for the bhav.
Bhav.
What you see on the streets of Ayodhya today is the bhav. People, I mean, I'm experiencing it.
Yes.
You know, I went for darshan. There was crowd. And I said, no, I will stand in the queue and I will go for the darshan. And we went. And people were so respectful. They said, Hare Nitishji, aiye, please have the... I mean, you know, this is the bhav and the respect. So he stands for, he supported bhav of Shabri. He supported bhav of Kevat. He supported bhav of Hanuman. He stood for Nyay and Anyay. That's why he fought Anyay of Bali and gave Nyay to Sugriv. Okay. So all these things that he stood for, now it is time, and with Maryada, that is Sayyam. He used the word Sayyam.
Correct. He did. Yes. PM. Yes.
Without Atma Sayyam, there is nothing.
Nothing.
Even Gita talks about Sayyam.
Sayyam.
Yeah. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, his lagam itself is Sayyam, no?
Sayyam. Yeah.
What do we say when someone talks like a mad fellow? You know, lagam dalo apni vani par lagam lagao. So that lagam of the chariot is Sayyam. So that Sayyam that he had in his character, which I saw today in that Murti, it was like, this is Ram. This is Ram. So all this that he stood for, I understood that now Honorable Prime Minister wants the Hindu society to practice that and set an example for all those religious people or the people of other religions who are not showing that Sayyam. Let us become that example of Sayyam and show it to them that this is what Sanatan Dharma stands for. These are the Sanatan principles that we stand for. And this is the Swabhiman that we have always stood for this. That is why we were, secular means what? Sahishnu.
Sahishnu.
Tolerant. Right? Yeah. That is that swa. अभी वो स्व जागृत हुआ है, मोहन राव जी ने जो कहा, वो स्वाभिमान ये जागृत हुआ है that we are not going to be apologetic about our dharma anymore. You know, it's like someone who goes and attends a church every Sunday is a good Christian. Someone who goes to a masjid regularly is a good Muslim. Okay? But someone who speaks Sanskrit and wears a dhoti is a regressive man. I'm the same man who speaks 9 languages of this country. I equally wear the same dhoti and I equally wear a 3-piece suit. Okay? So language is just a medium of communication. It does not tell you the eternal value system.
Value systems.
So it is that Swabhiman. And along with Ram, I would say, Krishna comes along with that. So that Swabhiman also has to be Jagrat. And I would want the Hindu society, especially in urban India. I recently met a man who from South Bombay went to live in suburbs of Mumbai. So I said, how well are you adapting to the suburbs? He said, everything else is okay, everything is available and I'm doing fine. It's just that everyone in my society speaks in Hindi, man. I said, my God, you know, is this secular? Hindi is the Rashtra Bhasha. Okay, some people don't want to take it as a Rashtra Bhasha. It's a spoken language with so many dialects in this country. Why not speak it? I speak Marathi, I speak Sanskrit, I speak Hindi, I speak Konkani of Karnataka, I speak English, I read literature in all these languages. It only enriches me. It only allows me to make more friends, allows me to eat better food of different cuisines. So why this hang up? This is that swa that he was talking about. We are not going to be apologetic about our Ram and Krishna. We are not going to be apologetic about our Shastras. We have 4 Vedas and 18 Purans and Aranyaks and Brahmanyas and Upanishads and everything. We are not going to be apologetic about our pujas and karmakand because this is taken birth in this mitti. And when I say Sanatan Hindu Dharma, what is born out of this is a Sanatan as well because it's Jainism, Buddhism, Sikhism is very much Sanatan from this very soil.
Very well said. My final question to those who say Sanatan Dharma needs to be eradicated because it's discriminatory. It's the root cause of all societal problems, especially discrimination, the caste system. Final question, Nitish.
Discrimination of caste system?
Discrimination and caste system.
Well,
Sanatan
discrimination.
Is the root cause.
No, that has nothing to do with Sanatan. Sanatan is Ram, who established, as I said, there is no discrimination. I don't discriminate.
Yeah.
Sanatan is Krishna.
Yeah.
Krishna, born as a Kshatriya, grew up in Nanda Baba's household as a Vaishya. Okay, played along and took as a ahir, played with Bahujan Samaj children. Okay, but eventually showed his knowledge as Param Yogeshwar as a Brahman. So he is everybody's. That is Sanatan. People who are saying Sanatan needs to be eradicated, I will tell them, I would quote you from Jesus Christ, who said they not know what they are doing. They are ignorant people. It's only vote bank politics, unfortunately. Today, the need for India, which the Honorable Prime Minister said, we have a great challenge. Look at where India is today. In fact, I want to use the word Bharat, because this is Bharatiya Sabhyata. Whenever we do the puja, what are the names which are taken in Sanskrit? Aryavarte, Jambu Dvipe, Bharata Khande. Correct? So these are the names of this land. Uttaram yat samudrasya himadreschaiva dakshinam varsham tada bharatam nama bharati tatra santati. So this is the name of this land. So India, I don't agree with. I would want the Honorable Prime Minister after 24 to remove that word from the Constitution and say ulta, if people like it that way. Bharat, which is also India. It's not, this is India, which is Bharat. No. Bharat. This is the land of Bharat. So discrimination is not Sanatan. It is power struggle and human weakness of abusing power. And Krishna has very clearly said that Chatur Varnyam Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Vibhagashaha. Chatur Varna Vyavastha. He did not say Jati Vyavastha. Varna does not mean Jati. Let's be very clear. Bharat needs to understand that today. Varna means Vyavasai.
Vyavasai.
So, Janmana Jayate Shudraha Sanskara Dvija Uchyate. So, जन्म से तो मैं शूद्र हूं. शूद्र मीन्स व्हाट? मुझे नहीं पता कि मुझे जीवन में क्या करना है. तो त्रिगुणात्मक प्रकृति जो है, रजोगुण, तमोगुण, सतोगुण, अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट माय फ्रेम ऑफ माइंड इज, सो इफ आई डिसाइड टू बिकम एन IAF पायलट, okay, Indian Air Force pilot, and I join the Air Force, even though I am born a Brahmin, my guna karma vibhagasha, my varna becomes Kshatriya.
Kshatriya.
This was allowed in Chatur Varna Vyavastha. This was allowed in Sanatan Dharma. This is the beauty of Sanatan Dharma. So Sanatan Dharma is the only harbinger of social harmony. And people who are calling names to Sanatan, they are ignorant. I would say, please read Jesus Christ. I love his tolerance. I love Jesus Christ's tolerance. Imagine the kind of pain that he was going through, and he still learned to forgive. He still said, I forgive, because they don't know what they are doing. You know?
True.
So ultimate forgiveness, these are eternal values which are Sanatan.
Phenomenal. Nitish Bharadwaj ji, such a pleasure. And with the promise of a longer conversation.